Uh, Hello, everybody. My name is Christian Moinanen, and today I will be teaching you about Scratch. So, Scratch is what's it called? I guess you could say a game developing tool where you can develop pictures and you can develop games. So it's pretty cool. Anyways, so let's go over how it works. So, firstly, there is the events box. So Scratch is composed of a bunch of blocks that when you put it into this little area right here, you will get it does stuff to this little guy right here, who is called a sprite. So there's multiple different types of blocks: motion, look, sound, etc. So let's talk about each of them individually. So the events button, it basically tells the Scratch when when the sprite should do stuff. So for example, if I put this here, when this little green flag is clicked and I wanted it to move, I would put this here. And now when I press play, which is this green flag, I'll move 10 steps. And there's multiple of these. There's once any key is clicked, you can change the key. When the sprite is clicked, and etc. Now let's talk about the motion, arguably some of the most important blocks. This allowed the sprite to actually move and function. So I did an example right here. There's moves and steps, and then there's also some pretty straightforward ones like turn and then go to certain coordinates on the plane right here. There's point in direction or go towards like my mouse pointer and just stuff like that. So that's fairly simple. Looks just basically changes the background that you can change, or the sprite itself. There's multiple different types of sprites. You can change them. Sound. So this plays a sound. So it's pretty straightforward. If I wanted, and then I press play, makes a meow sound. So that's pretty cool. Vents, went over this. Now control. This one is pretty cool. So it allows you to, I guess, control the blocks. So if I wanted this to happen forever, I would put this in here, and it would just keep happening forever until I stop it. But let's say if I only wanted it to happen 10 times, I can just use this one. Or I could if I want them to wait between the move and the play sound, I could put that there. And then there's also these more advanced ones, but we're not going to go over that because those are very complicated. Sensing, usually don't use this unless you're making a very advanced game, which actually, so it's pretty advanced, but like if you put one of these into so like if I wanted to repeat if I wanted this to repeat until a certain thing happened. So if I wanted this to repeat until the space key is pressed, I would just go like this, and then once I press the space key, like I just did there, everything stops. That's pretty simple. Operators. These are super complicated. I'm not even sure what they all do. It's very hard. Variables and my blocks, these we won't go over because nobody uses them like ever. So anyways, now to continue, I made a little game, or not a little game, but a thing right here that makes it so when I press play, it makes a K. And I'll show you the steps that it does to do this. And it does this forever, so that's kind of cool. I stop it. So right now, I started it by making it go to the start, which is right there. Right? As you can, my mouse pointer, right there. So when it starts, and then it sets the pen size to 10, which is why it's so thick. It puts the pen down onto the page. So now until I use the pen up button, everywhere the sprite goes, there will be a line. Then I made it wait 2 seconds. The wait is very important, actually, because if you had no waits, I made a little thing to show this, but if you had no waits at all, it would just go over instantaneously. We can't even see what happens. It's happening, but it goes so fast that you can't even see it. So we need the weights in there. Weights go between every block and just kind of makes it so you can see it very well. Now, so you go here, you start here. Now I made it so you glide, so the sprite glides here to make a line, as you can see right there. Makes a line. It glides all the way down to these coordinates. Then it waits. Then it goes to the middle here. So middle. Now, as you saw, it just went to the middle. So it teleported there. Wait again. Glide to the top right there, as you can see. Wait. Go back to the middle, as you saw. Goes back to the middle. Then glides back down. Waits. And then here, it brings the pen up after it finishes. It goes back to the starting point and it races all so I can do it again. So pen up, restarts, and it erases everything. And there's no waiting because I want it to be instantaneous there. But that's pretty much how it works. That's everything I can go over right now. Everything else you won't really need. But if you want to, so that's basically it. Thank you for listening, I guess. Bye.